Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Scrubb is back. Not officially on the Boston Celtics roster, but reports have shown he did sign an Exhibit 10 deal with the Boston Celtics. So we'll talk about Jay Scrubb here on Celtics Today by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Allie Barefoot. Here's the official report about bringing this kid back. The Celtics are signing free agent guard Jay Scrubb to an Exhibit 10 contract, which is a training camp deal. He did not get to participate in Summer League, but training camp does start on October 3rd for the Celtics. I know it sounds like a couple of months away, but I promise it's going to be here before we know it. So let's talk about what Bobby Manning had to say on Jay Scrubb and what this deal means for the former Boston Celtic. Bobby Manning said he'll sign an Exhibit 10 contract with the Celtics once he fully recovers and receives clearance to play, allowing him to compete for a spot with Boston before likely resuming his basketball career in Maine. Quick little refresh here. Remember how I said he's a former Boston Celtic? Well, he was. He signed a two-way contract ahead of last season, but then had a freak injury, and he tore his ACL. In fact, he actually had a two-way deal right after his performance with Summer League, but now there is no deal to give Jay Scrubb to play for both the Celtics and the Maine Celtics this season. So if you guys need just a bit of a refresher here, July 2023, he earned a two-way contract from Summer League. Then October, he tears his ACL. I mean, legitimately right before the season started. It was kind of heartbreaking. He was waived from the Celtics shortly after that because that's just how the business goes. But now July of 2024, there was rumors about him re-signing. We weren't sure if there was any confirmation, but now it's official. He has an Exhibit 10 deal with the Celtics. I'm really happy for the kid. ACL tears are no joke, not just physically, but mentally. And he was fantastic in last year's Summer League. And I know you guys are probably in the comment section saying, why should we care? Well, it's a good story. He's a good player that just wants a chance to compete with the best team in the NBA. And he spoke with Bobby Manning, the Boston Sports Journal, an exclusive interview. And what he told him, I feel really, really good about his chances playing for Maine this season. He said, I'm about 80% in my recovery. I still got a little ways to go and still have some things to clean up. What people don't know is that it's not physically that gets you, it's more mentally. Being in a good position where I was last year and then having a freak injury like that, it just crushes you mentally. Jay Scrubb talked about how last year he was in the best place possible to get his career, to get his dreams off the ground. And what's really unfortunate is that this was his first big injury. He said he had a toe surgery here and there, just turf toe, just being an athlete growing up. But to have your chances slip through your fingers because you tore your ACL after all that hard work, because that's what Summer League's for, to get to show the Boston Celtics, hey, look, I may need a little bit more time in Maine, but if you let me play a few games for the Boston Celtics in the regular season, I won't disappoint you. And I think Jay Scrubb could have had a lot of good minutes off the bench this last season for the Celtics. We saw a lot of Svi Mykhailiuk, O'Shea Brissett come off the bench. So it's unfortunate to have Scrubb in this situation, but it sounds like the stars are aligning to give him another shot. And I know you guys have been in my comment section before in my live stream saying, Allie, where's Jay Scrubb at? Haven't heard that name in a while. Well, now it's your time to answer this question. Do you want Jay Scrubb back in the Celtics organization? And they did keep in touch with him after he tore his ACL. They didn't just cut him and say, good luck, kid. They did keep tabs on him. They wanted to see where his recovery was at. So it sounds like the Boston Celtics have always been in some kind of Jay Scrubb realm, but now he gets an opportunity to present himself once more. Well, let me present something to you real quick. Let me tell you about Gametime, the only way I get tickets to any upcoming event. This has become my favorite go-to birthday present, anniversary gift, whatever with my boyfriend, is getting tickets to our favorite artists, to our favorite teams. And I only use Gametime because I love the feature where you're allowed to see what you'll be seeing from your seat. It'll tell you how close you are to your neighbors, how close you are to the action that is in front of you. Plus, they got last-minute tickets and flash deals. And I'll tell you a funny story. I was going to go see the LA Sparks come to Dallas and watch Cameron Brink with Nick Roloff, the host of the Heat Report, and he was looking in the Gametime app saying, what's the best section for me to sit so Cameron Brink can see me? I want to see how far away I'm going to be from Cameron Brink on the court. And we got our tickets, But unfortunately, she did sustain an ACL tear. But the good news is they have events all over the country, including right in your backyard, where you guys can go see the Boston Red Sox take on the Houston Astros, take on the Texas Rangers at Fenway. They've got all of the local games listed right there with all of the prices. And here's what it looks like when you do click into the game you want to go to. You're going to have an abundance of seats to choose from and a lot of different colors as well. They're going to tell you where the best zones are. They're going to give you deals in the hottest zones, saying a lot of people are buying tickets here. Go to this place. They've got great seats, and you can see they show you where you'll be sitting. You want to go sit behind home plate in Fenway? I don't blame you. But use Gametime. That way you can truly see the action and where you'll be sitting. If you guys like Imagine Dragons, Green Day, good news is they have tickets for concerts as well near you in Boston. All you guys have to do is download Gametime, create an account, and use promo code CHATSPORTS, CHATSPORTS. That's going to get you $20 off your first time buying tickets while terms do apply. Let's take it back 1 year. Jay Scrubb signed an Exhibit 10 deal with the Boston Celtics last season that did eventually lead him to a two-way contract. But like I said, there's no two-way contract available for him since Drew Peterson, J.D. Davison, and Anton Watson have taken up those places for the Celtics this upcoming season. So it's unlikely that Jay Scrubb is going to be able to suit up for Boston this year, which is tough because it looked that way last season, but we have to be in the present. The good news is he is getting another opportunity to showcase his skills, possibly with Maine. And the Maine G League team is very good. They just went to the G League Championship last year. Unfortunately, could not get that trophy, but this is a really good opportunity, especially for a kid that just tore his ACL, to get back into NBA caliber type of play, but not quite playing for the best team in the NBA just yet. But you know Brad Stevens, when he sees a talent, he sticks with that talent. He saw Peyton Pritchard before we could see him, extended him, and a year later, he's one of my favorite point guards. Sam Hauser, Derek White. He saw that trade when nobody else did. So give it time with Jay Scrubb, and it may be a familiar name with the Celtics in the next few years. Overall, Scrubb's injury was brutal. It's tough. I hate seeing that, especially when you see an athlete work their ass off and then have a freak injury, and the rest is history. But this does allow the Celtics to keep a tab on Jay Scrubb, who was an absolute bucket getter. He popped off in 2023 Summer League. You know who else did? Anton Watson, Baylor Shireman. Names we're also going to get to know this upcoming season. This is why Jay Scrubb matters right now. Because I know if you guys are still in this video, you're saying, Allie, why should I care about Jay Scrubb? Because yes, he may not be on the official roster right now, but I could see this trending in that direction. What he did last year before his injury, hopefully he bounces back to just as good this season. 14.5 points per game, nearly 4 boards, 1.5 assists, and 46% from the field, not to mention 40% from downtown. He was 8th in G League scoring in 2022-23 before he had that stellar Summer League performance, and he averaged about 22 points per game. He's an offensive weapon. What do the Celtics love? Offense and three-point shooting. I think Jay Scrubb is hopefully going to earn himself a spot with the Maine G League team this year, and we could see him in a Celtics uniform as soon as next year. But I have one last question for you guys before we hop out of here on this Tuesday. Will Jay Scrubb sign with the Maine Celtics? Let me know what you guys think from last year, what you saw. I remember a lot of you guys were heartbroken when I made the video that he is now being released. So let me know how you guys feel in the comment section down below. And as always, I'll do my job, keep you updated. All you have to do is subscribe to Celtics Today by Chat Sports.